Good afternoon and welcome back to Through the Static. I am so excited seeing that last week we weren't here, that we're here today. I almost just had a heart attack. We always do a Facebook Live prior to the show starting, and we're next door in the conference room. We walked into the studio and Mark, who produces the show, says, "You have 15 seconds." And I almost had a heart attack that the show was going to go on and it was just going to be the Mark show because neither one of us were
let's just be clear. Mark said we have 5 minutes at the top of the hour, and clearly he didn't. 3 minutes equals 5 minutes to Mark.
Is he trying to sabotage us?
Yeah, apparently.
No, he wouldn't do
He's probably trying to take over this hour. I keep an eye on him.
You're getting 2 more minutes. What more do you want?
Well, listen. The great thing is we're back. We've got Mark here doing the boards, producing, and Coach Elix. Hello, Coach Elix.
Hello, everyone. We're just having a wonderful conversation on Facebook Live, and Steven totally cut me off because he was hysterical that we were running
Thank God
late.
I cut you off because we would have had dead ear on the show if I didn't cut you off. So
emphasis on hysterical.
Well, listen, I'm so happy that everybody is listening, that we're back, and I get to do what I love to do. So I know that we usually kind of fill in everybody. Last week we weren't here. We did, Elix's trip was rescheduled to Texas, so he's not going till June, which was perfect because he got to come to the pinning ceremony. That's why I wasn't here last Wednesday.
Yep.
With Jamie Volante, who is now a nurse. And congratulations, Jamie. That pinning ceremony was beautiful. It was so cool to be at my alma mater, too, at Rhode Island College. That's where I graduated. Even though I did pretty much hit every college right in Rhode Island, that's a story for another time. But I did end up graduating from Rhode Island College. So
not only that, I mean, you became an attorney.
Well, yes, and I went to law school.
I mean, yes, you were very mischievous as a young kid and an adult or young adult, but eventually, what matters is the ultimate result. Yeah, but we can talk. That's a whole different show. Let's talk about.
So listen, so why I just wanted to bring this up because it's something that I think is really a great conversation. I read a book last year called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. I don't know if anyone on Facebook Live or listening to the show has read this. It's by Bronnie Ware, W-A-R-E. And if you haven't, you definitely should, especially if you're a reader. This book, when I started reading it, I could not put it down. It was amazing. And just not to give away, because really the specifics and the details of this book are really what makes this book phenomenal. So what I'm saying is kind of like just the overview. The book is about a nurse who somehow, some way, based on spirit, just kept falling into taking care of people that were terminally ill. And she built these relationships with these people and many of the times actually moved in. There were some people that had money, so she was able to actually live there and take care of them and, also have interactions with, if there was any family that was still there. But more importantly, just the focus on the person who was terminally ill. And some of them, I think, maybe 30 days. Some went for 3 or 4 months. And reading this book, it's incredible the specifics and the details that she give. But I just wanted to quickly just go over the 5 regrets of the dying. And these were really the top, after all these conversations, they were really the top regrets of what people would share with her. And I guess really what she said was that when you're terminally ill, you have really... there's no restrictions anymore. You just say what you want to say, which was incredible. So the first one was, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. She did say that was a lot of the guys that she took care of because these were people that were older and generation-wise, a lot of the women in previous generations didn't work. So a lot of this came from guys that missed out on their kids' lives and, the families, interactions. It was kind of a biggie. The second was, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings, which was really amazing in some of the stories that they shared with her. And, when you don't do that, you don't realize, and for the most part, it's more about not wanting to say what you want to say because you want to keep peace with other people. And what people don't get is when you're doing that, you're really dismissing or disrespecting yourself, and it just doesn't bring you to a place of being very happy because of that fact. And I just thought it was very not surprising that was one of the 5. The third, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. So many of them said that they had these golden friendships that they, just for whatever, loved their friends, but just didn't value them enough to stay with them or keeping these friendships open. Now it's a little bit different because of technology and because of Facebook and social media. And these were definitely people that wanted to reach out to their friends before they died, and it was very, very important to them. And just that huge regret. The 4th one was, I wish that I had let myself be happier. And one of the things that I loved about this book is that the nurse in these conversations said that people that were terminal would actually say they never realized their whole life that happiness was a choice, which was pretty incredible, just coming to that realization. Unfortunately, sort of too late, especially if someone's terminal. And the 5th one, which was the most, I think, common one, was I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself and not the life of others. Or what's expected of me. And just based on that, so many of these people, there was one woman, her name was Grace, that she really built a relationship with. And that was kind of what Grace really, that was kind of like her whole conversation about all these dreams that went unfulfilled because she didn't really live her authentic life. And one of the things that I know this is so close to the coaching, and I'll finish so you can chime in, Alex, because I know this is really where you shine. It was the most common regret, but it was also something that the pain of what, this is the nurse now, the author, the pain of what she saw Grace in, lying in that bed of never living her authentic life. She said she would never, ever want. That pain is just too deep and too strong. But just to see those 5 regrets, I think is just pretty incredible. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up is that when I'm doing all my readings, I get those regrets from Spirit. I don't get a lot of regrets from Spirit, but the regrets I do get are exactly these 5. It's amazing how similar and cohesive that the people that were living, that were terminal, had to say, and Spirit that's already crossed, that get to see their lives say also. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, so I love listening to that because that is the conversation that I have almost every day with my clients. A lot of the people that, come to me for coaching, they come to me because they want something. They want to live that life that they've dreamed of. And so that's their commitment. That's why they come to me. And my point is, when I hear you say, to have a regret is, for any of you listening, you don't want to wait until something happens, until you lose a loved one, until you have a chronic condition, until you find yourself at that point of regretting. I often tell people, listen, all we have is right now. Tomorrow is an illusion. As human beings, we have an arrogance about us. We always talk about, we have time. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. And the truth is, that's an illusion. Tomorrow doesn't really exist.
I can't believe you just said that, because I wrote a sentence here from one of the people in this book that was terminal, that says, health brings a freedom very few realize until they no longer have it. That's
correct.
Exactly what you just said.
But that's my point, that, we have a choice. You don't have to wait until you are facing that crisis to realize that you have that choice right now. And that is the beauty of living in the now, that, yes, there's always a choice. And of course, there's consequences to everything. I remind my clients all the time, there's good, there's bad, there's neutral. And we're always concerned about the consequence. Well, if I do this, then I'm going to have to deal with that. I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, blah, 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 whatever that is. But what we missed in the process is, what is the consequence of not really stepping into that wish, into that dream, into that want right now? And oftentimes, that consequence is about fulfillment, satisfaction, happiness, love, health, well-being. And, the question is, do you have a choice in the matter? You get to choose.
I think that's pretty incredible. That's why you do so well. And before we take a break, I'm going to start taking calls. But I'll tell you, one of the statements or sentences that Grace, the woman in this book that the nurse got really close to, said something, and I don't know this verbatim, but something about she never realized the depth of the pain that she's living right now for not giving herself the life that she wanted. So I want everybody to listen to that and hopefully absorb that so that you're not Grace. So we'll be right back. And welcome back to a beautiful Wednesday. You're here with Stephen the Medium. This is Through the Static with Mark producing the show and Coach Elix. And I'm going to take calls, but I was just summoned by Elix that he wants to say something.
Because I want to close my thought by saying, having the regret and having that insight that you have the regret, it's not enough, by the way, because an insight is like the discovery of new information. So when you have the insight of, I have this regret, you got to get in action. So having the regret and knowing that you have the regret and doing nothing about it makes no difference whatsoever. Yeah. You got to get in action, whatever that is. So if you have a regret that you haven't done X, you got to step into that gap and do whatever that is.
That's good.
Does that make sense?
It's amazing. It's really good advice, and it makes complete sense, and I hope that even if it's one person that actually gets what you just said and does it, I think then we're good.
It's just a reminder. One of my clients recently, I said this to Stephen, 2 days ago, said to me, Elix, you're like an angel with a whip in some Latin spice. And that's what I do. I love being an angel, but I do have a whip.
Well, that's your costume last night, right?
That's right. You love that.
Too much
whip.
Information, right? Just kidding. All right, let's get to phone calls. Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
I'm Stephen as well, and I'm also a RIC graduate. Isn't that a coincidence?
You graduated from Rhode Island College?
Way back. Don't ask me when, and I won't ask you when.
Well, you can ask me. Mine was just last year.
Oh, Stephen. I didn't think you were as old as I was there in '82. 87. Now I'm really dating myself. But anyway, yeah.
I was after that, but it's so cool that I get another graduate from Rhode Island College. So.
Yeah, we have the same name.
Yeah, which is really terrific. So, and I'm glad to speak to you, and I hope you listened to the beginning of the show.
Absolutely. That's very powerful stuff. I think it's really good to keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, I think it is also, Stephen, and I think as I'm tuning in to you, I just also feel like for what we were talking about, and I mean for myself and everybody else, we can improve, right? But for the most part, you've come. I just keep hearing a dad saying you've come a long way. You've come a long way of being who you are, which is great. I mean, it's great for anybody, and it's great for you, Stephen. It's just Dad just giving that as a validation. So. Stephen, where does the Vinny or Vicky, where's the V come in for you?
Vicky. No, I worked with someone named Vicky at a front desk a few years ago, but I don't know if she's passed or not.
It's interesting when someone, you just come up randomly with that, and it's never random. I say random, but it really isn't. It's spirit just putting that little seed in your brain so that you say that. Even though I keep hearing that your dad keeps saying there's someone else connected, like a last name, like Vanaco or there's a V last name also, Stephen. But it could be that someone's coming for her, even if you don't know what's going on with her. It just also could be somebody coming in for her.
We didn't really have. I mean, we had a working connection and we were friendly, but it wasn't. Never would have thought of that because I don't know too many Vickies really. But
a lot of times, Stephen, when I do this too, it's that, like in this case, because your dad's crossed, right? This is a dad.
Yeah.
Your dad keeps saying to me, it's also a way, Stephen, just to say him as well as spirit want to sort of point out parts of your life or where you were, just to say that they're watching you, that they, even though they may have been crossed at that point, that they're still here. They know that where you worked with a Vicky at the desk. That's what so much of this is random, but it's so much of it is so important just to say it's us. And even though there is a V last name connected somewhere to you, so keep it with you if you don't know what that is. And there's a clock also. There's a clock that your dad keeps, a watch or a clock?
He did have a watch. I don't know where it is.
Well, everybody has a watch, right? I mean, so it's got to be more than that. Your father talks about the clock that's not working or the watch that's not working. Something that's not working or holding time. It's just a way to let you know that he knows what's going on. But it feels like it's a wall clock, like something on the wall. I don't know if this is like a grandfather's clock or another clock, but just make sure you keep that with you because it's something that he says and he wants to give that as a validation.
All right.
All right. Listen, Stephen, thanks a lot, and lots of love to you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye. Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Amanda?
Amanda, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, and I'm glad that you're calling.
Me too.
Amanda, two kids? Are you from two? What's two?
I have 3 kids.
Mm-mm.
I have 3.
No, Amanda. 2. Who's from 2 kids? I keep getting 2 kids. Is it just? And don't if I'm wrong, don't tell me the number. And like with the 3 kids, because I want to let Spirit do all the work. As soon as I clicked in with you, I hear 2 kids.
Oh I don't know 2 kids, but the number 2 comes to mind.
Well, what's the number 2?
Somebody passed away 2 months ago.
It could be that this is a double validation, but I'm still sticking with, before I even get to the 2 months person that crossed, there's 2 kids. So is your mom 2? Your dad 2? Where's 2? I keep getting 2.
I don't know where 2 is.
Do you have a sibling who has 2 kids? Are you from 2?
Yeah. I have a sibling who has 2 kids.
Oh, there it is, Amanda. So is this? Do you have a brother?
No, I have a sister.
That's interesting. Maybe they're going to the brother-in-law then. I mean, I don't get it. I don't decipher between brother-in-law. So, but I just feel like, it is. Did your brother-in-law? And let me just preface this, Amanda, with this is never something future. It's always something that either is going on now or the past. But I'm being pulled to your sister's family with the 2 kids and your brother-in-law, and there's something stomach-wise. Something's going on. Something happened or something was going on.
Oh, my God, yes.
So you get that?
Yes. He has a disease for his stomach.
Ah, okay, Amanda. It's just a way to let you know that his side coming through. It feels like it's a mother figure, like a grandmother or mom for him.
Yeah, a mom. It's his mom.
Yeah, so know that she's stepping forward and she's just giving him a big hug. She's yelling, screaming. You got to tell your sister, so she tells her husband. So,
oh my God, my sister was just listening with me, but.
So know that your sister's mother-in-law is stepping forward, and it's interesting, Amanda. That's why I could not get off the 2 kids, because it was really important that your sister's mother-in-law stepped forward to make sure that her son knew that she's here, and just giving huge hugs and love to him. I always say, I always say, Amanda, that you always really get what you need when you call me. So it's just a way that mother-in-law wanted to make sure there was a validation. So is the 2 months ago the guy that crossed?
No, well, not a guy. It's a girl.
There's a guy in spirit that wants to get validation, but it's connected to you. But he's a young guy, Amanda. So he keeps pushing everybody and wants to. He's very funny and is just waving to you. But it's somebody that maybe. But he died young, Amanda. He died very quickly. But he says that you know. Was there somebody like in school that died in an accident or in the neighborhood that wants to get a validation? Do you know?
Not in school, but I did have a friend that passed away.
Was it a guy?
Yeah, it was a guy.
It's got to be him that's stepping forward. So, but was it quick?
Well, yes, it was quick.
Okay, it's just let you know. In Bob, Bill, where's the B come in for you? Well, it's connected to him. Do you remember his name? Don't tell me his name, but do you remember his name?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a Barbara or Bill or B connected to the group? It's either connected to his family or it's connected to friends. A lot of times, Spirit will bring up like kids that were like part of the group or part of the friendship. So just keep that with you.
Okay.
And Amanda, I got to tell you, in all the readings I've ever done, I've never had this in a as a validation. A whale. Do you connect with? Did someone just go on a whale watch, or is there a plan on a whale watch? Did someone do something with whales?
Not that I have.
Amanda's like, I have no idea, Stephen, what you're talking about. The only thing I also think of is Vineyard Vines, because I'm a huge Vineyard Vines person. It's clothing, and it's a whale. But there's a whale connected to. Oh no, your parents are here?
Yes.
They're bringing me to your parents. Does your father wear Vineyard Vines? Or something with a little fish or whale on the emblem? You know, like the polo shirts?
Yes.
But is there a fish? I keep getting because they're bringing me to your parents, and it's just.
Oh my God! Maybe a dolphin.
A dolphin would be sure.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Amanda's checking in. Just keep it with you. I got to take a break, Amanda. So just keep what I said with you, and thank you for calling, and lots of love.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye, Amanda. Welcome back to Through the Static. If anybody out there sees a gentleman named Elix just walking the streets randomly, can you just bring him back to Attleboro, because I have no idea where he went, but Mark and I are holding down the fort. So let's go to the next call. Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi.
You want to tell me your name, or should I be that great of a medium and just know your name?
No, my name's Catherine.
Catherine. Did I hear that right, Catherine?
Correct.
Catherine, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well, too. And listen, thank you very much for calling. Catherine, where's the dad figure come in for you? Is your dad crossed?
No, but my grandfathers have.
Did you have a father-in-law who crossed?
Let me think.
I love you, Catherine. Let me think.
Well, no, just because I've never been married, but it could be my children's grandfather.
He just keeps saying a father figure. That's why, and it could definitely be grandfathers. But when you said my grandfather's crossed, it didn't feel like it was necessarily them starting this. It was another father figure. That's why I asked. Catherine, who's the teacher? Who teaches something?
The teacher.
Either
Care or past.
Either way, but I just keep getting when I tune into you, I get the alphabet, which means that there's a teacher, either someone taught in that's crossed, or somebody that taught that could still be here, but maybe doesn't teach anymore, that's retired. But there's a teacher. There's a teacher connected to you.
Well, I believe my grandmother may have taught, or my older relatives that have passed.
Okay. It could just be that collectively they're giving that, because if there was more than one, maybe that's what it is. Where does the Terry or Tommy, where's the T come in? Come on, Catherine, you can do this.
T.
A lot of times, too, it can be and there's also like a Marie or Mary connection to you. But there's a lot of times...
Marie, well, my mother's middle name was Marie, and she's passed.
So it's just Mom. It's not a mistake that I mention about a middle name, because it's just Mom making sure you know that it's her and she's stepping forward. So so Mom is letting you know that she's here, but the Tom, Terry, Tim, Tammy, there's also a T connection. So just keep it with you. If it doesn't come right now, Catherine, the father figure that steps forward is just very assertive and keeps telling me that he's not grandfathers. He's not your grandfathers, either one of them, because they're both crossed. You said it's not him. He just keeps giving me and where does like Walter or Wanda? Where's the W come in connected for you?
W. You know, it's like everybody gets nervous and they get like a brain freeze when you ask that question.
Catherine, if I ever showed you the emails that I get after the show and when I do readings, it happens all the time. So the great thing about it is that this is, these are archived and and you'll get it. But I just keep getting the even though they just show me it's a last name, it's like Wilkins or there's a W last name. It could be a maiden name, but there's definitely a W last name connected to you, either crossed or living. So make sure if it doesn't come, just keep it.
Oh, I know the W name that's on my father's side.
Is it a last name or first name?
It is a last name.
Okay. Just know that it's a way that your spirit, your loved ones, your mom's just giving that as a validation. So your dad is still here?
My biological father is still here. But my aunt, I'm trying to think. Was this somebody who's passed like this year, or do you know if they've been gone a while?
It's just the father figure just keeps saying he's a father figure, and it's not your grandfather's. He just keeps telling me he points to each grandfather and says, "I'm not him." So he just and he says he's a father figure though. So it's just somebody to for you to think about. If your dad's here, unless you had another father figure that's crossed other than your grandfather's. So just keep it with you, Catherine. There's also a birthday or an anniversary really close, very close. Because they show me the sign of a bouquet of flowers, which means that there's a birthday or an anniversary or a celebration 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward, something really close. And it could be an anniversary of death, but there's something very, very close.
Oh, okay. My brother-in-law, today is 3 years that he passed away.
Today?
Yes.
Wow.
3 years.
So just know. And when you just said that, he just said, "There's the T. There's the T." No, not.
Oh yeah, I know who it is. I know who it is. That's my brother-in-law.
Where's the T connection? Well, just keep it with you, Catherine. He's just telling me that when you said your brother-in-law crossed, today was 3 years. He said that when he's the one that was yelling out the Terry or Timmy, or there's a T connection somewhere with him on his side. So maybe it's family member, maybe it's his middle name. All I can tell you is there's something T connection.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not even sure.
Just keep it with you. Where's the junior come in also, Catherine? Who's a junior?
Who's a junior? My boyfriend's son is a junior.
So know that it's just a way that your loved ones, especially your mom, is just giving a validation that she knows about, what's going on with you, with your boyfriend, with his son. But does he have 2 kids?
He does have 2 kids.
Well, it's Mama just saying. Let's not just talk about Junior. There's 2. So she's just letting you know that she's with you. Your brother-in-law also crossed when no one expected him to cross. He just said.
No, absolutely not. I was woken up by my sister, my boyfriend tried saving him, but it was very, very, very shocking.
Yeah.
We saw him the night before.
Yeah, Catherine, that's what he's saying. When he snaps his fingers, it just means that he went very, very quickly and not expected. So.
You're right. You're right.
But he did your. I don't know if this is him or your mother's talking about your boyfriend. But what's the necklace? Did you get a necklace, or is he talking about? I don't know if this is the brother-in-law that he's talking about. Like your sister has the necklace, but there's a necklace. There's something, a pendant or a necklace that one of them is talking about.
I have a necklace that I'm wearing with a cross that was my aunt's boyfriend's that passed away within the past month. But I also have a pendant, a keepsake.
Just know, Catherine, I don't want to cut you off, but let me make sure you know that it was him, the necklace with the cross, the one that just recently crossed. It's just letting you know that he's here also.
Oh my goodness, that's so nice.
They're all with you. They're definitely.
Oh my God, that is so amazing.
No, listen, I'm so glad that you were able to call and I was able to do this, and I'm going to leave you with that with just a lot of love, Catherine.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. You have a great day.
You too.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Okay, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. We're at Hump Day, right? Wednesday. And let's go to the next caller. Hello, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello? 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 Is anybody there? Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Who's this?
Saved by the Bell.
Hey, Steven, it's Trisha.
Hey, Trisha, how are you?
I'm great, also known as Gretchen.
Oh, Gretchen/Trisha. So I'm so glad to get to speak to you. I couldn't hear you at the beginning. I don't know what was going on, but you're in now.
Yes.
But I call you Trisha?
Either or.
Okay.
Either or. We spoke before, so that's fine.
Okay. Well, I know because I love the name Gretchen, so I think that's a.
Yes.
Okay. So let me focus on what is going on here with you. This is so wild that I've got Spirit. One's telling me call you Gretchen, and one's telling me to call you Trisha. I don't know if they have preferences, but clearly they do because they're telling me to do each name. So, maybe I can combine them and do Gisha or Gretchen.
No. Pick one, Stephen. Pick one, please.
Just kidding.
Either way is fine with me.
All right. So Gretchen.
Yes.
November. No, when I say is something in November? Well, I keep seeing 1-1. And I'm just automatically going to November because November's the 11th month. The only time I get 1-1 also is if there's twins in the family. Are there twins? Or is it
no twins?
Nothing. Nobody's connected to you with twins in the family.
No, sir, not that I know of.
Okay.
I see 1-1 a lot.
Maybe it could be just that. It could be that.
A lot.
It could be. A lot of times I'll just go, or it could also be the 11th of the month, like 11th of some month, like a birthday, anniversary. But I just keep getting 1-1. So, and I keep also getting the month of June coming up. So this birthday, anniversary.
June's big.
What was that?
June is big in our family.
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
Birthday.
So they're just giving a great validation for that. So, but make sure you keep the 1-1. Did you say you see 1-1? A lot?
Yes, I see it a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
It could just be spirit validating that they are showing you that so that you know that it's actually them. That could be it. Trish, Gretchen.
Yes. Yes.
Cat. I keep getting did somebody connected to you like bury animals in the backyard?
Oh gosh.
I'm at a grave site, but it's not a person; it's an animal. So somebody would did you grow up with cats?
I didn't grow up with cats, but as an adult, I had a cat, and my mom had a cat.
Okay, so it's
got it. As an adult.
Right. Okay, but there's a cat in spirit, but the cat is bringing me to like a memorial or something that is above and beyond after the cat crosses. So
my goodness.
So you guys didn't do anything for any of the cats?
Not that I know of. Do you happen to know the color of the cat?
Oh, yeah, Gretchen, hold on. Let me just put you on hold and get on my other line to spirit. No, I'm kidding, Gretchen. No, it's funny when you ask. Of course, I don't need to ask because you're asking and they're all listening. So, but I just got both. I got a light color and I got a dark color cat. So.
Oh, that's perfect. Yes.
What does that mean?
That would make sense. There was one light color, there was one dark color. Two separate.
That's so cool, Gretchen. So both of them are letting you know that they're here. So it's pretty wild.
Oh.
But they keep showing me. So maybe it's not them. Somebody, Gretchen, connected to you, buried animals or buried in the like I did that. I've done that. In my where I used to live growing up in the backyard. I actually even did it in my yard. Like I found a dead bird and I just had a little memorial and buried him. I did a rabbit. There's a reason why I keep getting pulled to somebody burying or doing something like a little memorial outside. So just keep it with you, Gretchen. Where's Bob? But where's the B connection?
Oh, of course. Just like last time, that is my daddy.
Okay, but he's crossed.
Yes.
Okay, so and his name is Bob.
Yes.
Okay. Just know that you don't remember your father doing anything with animals, like burying something or.
Not my dad, my mom, but it wasn't in a cemetery, Stephen.
No. But was it?
We did.
So are you holding out on me, Gretchen? Tell me what.
No, it's not. It's not that. It wasn't buried in the cemetery. One of my mom's dear pets many years ago, passed on, and he had a service, but it wasn't buried in the ground.
Oh no, there it is. There's the memorial. I got it.
Yes.
So know
Make
that.
Sense?
Yes. No, it's wonderful. Just know that that animal that was the cat.
No, it was a bird. That's what I was a little confused.
Oh my God, Gretchen! I can't believe I just said that's what I buried a bird. So know that the way spirit will just bring me to different things is that they use my experiences and I've buried a bird and so just know that this bird is just giving a thanks to the memorial. So this was Mom's.
Oh. Yes.
Wow,
yes.
I love it.
God.
You got to make sure you tell your mom about this bird, thanking her for this memorial, for this sort of ceremony, and that it wasn't just for your mom, it was also for this beautiful, beautiful bird that loved that your mom did that. So how cool is that?
Wonderful. Very cool. Thank you so much. I will definitely do that.
Yeah, make sure you share that. There's like 2 fingers or broken fingers. Where is this? Someone just keeps.
I'm trying to remember.
Well, remember better, Gretchen. Come on, you can do this. Because there's 2 fingers they show me that are up, and it almost makes me look like there's stints in them. Like someone broke a finger or fingers, and they have like a little mini sort of cast on it. And it could be, definitely could be someone connected to you that's already crossed, that happened, or had some kind of accident with a finger. But there's something going on. In Jim, where's this? Who is this connected to you? Living or crossed, Gretchen?
I have a really good friend that has a J, but he's living as far as I know. I haven't talked to him in a while.
I don't know if that's sort of kind of a stretch, unless the finger is connected to him, which it could be. It could be, especially if you're going to see him at some point soon. You know, spirit.
Is it a male spirit? Could you tell?
You're so pushy, Gretchen. I can't believe you.
I am asking questions to help you, Stephen.
Just kidding. No, this is Dad just giving this, and he's just kind of like telling me things to, you know, just.
Oh, Dad. Okay.
But
the only thing I could think of, Stephen, is my mom has arthritis in her fingers. That's the only thing I can think of.
Can she not bend them?
She doesn't have a bracelet. That's correct. She cannot. It's very difficult for her. But she doesn't have a cast on it. But that could be similar. It sounds
yeah,
especially if you're saying Dad.
Exactly, Gretchen. And it's all symbolic. It's just a way to get me to fingers, and it's, you know, this is not an exact science. It's just giving you that as a validation. There's also Frank. Okay. Who's Fran? Frank? Who connected to you, here or crossed? Even though it makes me feel like it could be a middle name, like you know, John Frank or somebody Fran, but there's a middle name connection with the F. So just keep it with you, Gretchen. If it doesn't come, ask your. Yeah. I just heard ask your mom. Ask your mom. There's something there, but it makes why I say it feels like it's in spirit, because they feel like they are coming from spirit, so they just want to give that to you. So I'm going to leave that with you, Gretchen, and thank you for calling. Lots of love.
Thank you. Same to you, Stephen.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, this is Stephen. Who's this?
It's Susan.
Hello, Susan. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you, Stephen?
Good. Susan, you're all business.
All business.
Yeah. Susan's like, Susan, let me see what's going on. Susan, who's connected that had cancer but beat cancer?
What kind of cancer?
Somebody had cancer here, living in the physical world, but they beat it. Like I don't know yet what kind of cancer it is. They had cancer, but they overcame cancer. And I don't know if this eventually. It feels like it's a woman. And I don't know if eventually that's, you know, they were taken by cancer, because this is coming from something from spirit. But somebody had cancer, like breast cancer, and beat it, or like ovarian cancer and beat it. You don't know who that is?
No, I have a friend going through treatment right now.
What kind of cancer, Susan?
Brain.
I'm not sure. You know, I don't know if this would be a beautiful message for you to let them know that they'll. No, I just heard it's not him. It's not them. It's not that person. It's somebody else. No. Just make sure you keep it with you, because it's important. Where's the music come in, Susan?
Music.
Who played? I keep hearing the piano. Someone played something, an instrument. I keep hearing
my great-grandmother played the piano.
So know that great-grandmother is stepping forward to let you know that she's here. So I love when great-grandparents come through. It's pretty cool, because it's a while since they most likely have been here. She's just giving that as a validation. Do you write?
No, not really.
Susan, who wrote, or like someone's writing something, like I don't know, these are like extensive diaries or a book, but there's some connection that this is your great-grandmother giving this to me, and keeps talking about Peter, Patty. There's a P connection too to this. It's connected to you either living or crossed.
My brother-in-law, Peter, has passed, but I didn't know him.
Well, he knows you. So he's stepping forward. Was there something written for Peter? Well, it's got to be connected then to Peter, or to was this your sister who was married to Peter?
It's my husband's brother.
Okay, somebody wrote something, or there's a writing connected that Peter wants to give as a validation. I don't know if somebody wrote something for, you know, maybe his ceremony that he wants to give a thanks to, or there was a writer. There's a lot of writing going on. So he just wants to give that as a validation and make sure you know. Because, I mean, I know you said you didn't know him, but he just said you would have never thought that he would step forward. But he wants to make sure you know that he's here and is always around. So just make sure you keep that, Susan, in the writing. So ask, I don't remember who you just told me, how Pete is connected, but make sure you ask where the writing comes in.
Okay.
Someone also, Susan, what's the roses? What's the flower? Roses connected. I'm
not sure.
Someone loved roses, or it's roses from something. Like someone dried roses, someone kept flowers from something. Does somebody do something with like dried flowers, or from a ceremony? There's something with dried.
Okay. Yes, my stepfather-in-law passed away in February, and we have a rose from his ceremony.
Hey, so know that it's just him letting you know that he knows about it and how happy he is. And I'm going to leave that with you, Susan.
Okay.
Lots of love, Susan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I think we only have a minute left. So anything you want to close with?
Anything that I want to close with?
Yeah, we have a minute. We never have a minute left.
I know. Well, it was an awesome show.
It was always an awesome show. We're not going to be here next week.
We're going to Florida. So anyone that follows us on Facebook will see plenty of pictures and plenty of, maybe we'll do our Facebook Live.
We definitely will do that. And one of the biggest surprises is we just have this stranger that just walked into the studio. I think his name is Dave Kane, I think.
Yeah, actually the biggest surprise is that he's actually quiet. He usually has a big mouth. I'm surprised we haven't heard a peep from him.
This is such a surprise.
That to me, I'm blown away. Are you sure? Are you David?
I think so.
Dave Kane?
But you know, the great thing is, I love that he's here because as anyone listens to this station knows that this is where it all started, is from Dave Kane's show, and just how appreciative I'll always be of that. So I think we got to close. We'll see you in 2 weeks, but we'll check in Facebook Live. So thank you, everybody, and lots of love.